From the chapter Valuation of Shares, today we will get knowledge about factors affecting the value of shares and methods of valuation of shares. First, factor affecting the value of shares. The factor affecting the value of shares can be internal factor and external factor. Internal factors means factors which are responsible for influencing the value of shares or which are either the internal strength or are the internal weakness of the company itself whose shares are being evaluated. The main internal factor are following. Okay, first जो factor है nature of business of the company and the nature of risk involved. Okay, second number volume of shares of company and pattern of shareholding. Third one is profit earning capacity, efficiency and liquidity of the company. फिर dividend policy of the company. Okay, the next track record of profits and dividends paid by the company. The next one is level of diversification of companies, products and services and their respective market shares. Okay. Next one is experience, quality and track record of successful performance of managerial team of the company. And the last one is level of harmony in the labor management relationship. These are internal factor which affect the value of share. Let's move on external affairs. External factors. Value of shares is not only influenced by the above mentioned internal factor, but the factors that are more affect the value and which are beyond the control of the management of company are known as external factors. Some factors are first, market demand and supply of the shares of the company. Next, national and international political and economic environment. Third one is policies of government sector, regulatory, monetary regulator and capital market regulator. Fourth one is demise of an efficient and efficient key managerial personnel or his separation from the company which can affect the working of the company's management. Okay, trading activities of institutional shareholders like mutual funds, investment companies, insurance companies, banking companies, non-banking financial companies, etc. Next one, last, statutory control over the transfer of shares, expansion and addition of activities, export, import, pricing, marketing, raising finance, etc. Okay, these are internal and external factors which affect the value of shares. Now move on our second topic, methods of valuation of shares. Specific and general rules, regulation and procedures for valuation of shares are neither prescribed in the Companies Act 2013 nor in any other statute. In the rule of valuation of shares for wealth tax purpose, there is some reference of valuation of shares. The respective company may make rules if they prefer for valuation of shares in their article of associations. In practice, two methods are used for valuation of shares. The first one is net assets valuation method and the second is yield valuation method. Let's take first method, net assets valuation method. Net assets valuation method is also known as net assets backing method or intrinsic value of method. Intrinsic value method. In this method, the value of equity shares of a company is equal to backing of net assets. means value of assets less fair value of liabilities for equity shareholders of concerned company. For the purpose of valuation, it is immaterial whether assets and liabilities are disclosed or not disclosed in its purpose in its balance sheet. Thus, valuable are reported and unreported assets and outstanding liabilities, including contingency liabilities, are taken in their current value to arrive at net assets, which is the basis for assets backing valuation of shares. In this method, it is ascertained that what is to be backing of net assets value against each shares. Therefore, the method is known as assets backing method. If assets and liabilities reported in the balance sheet are only considered for valuation of shares, then it is called balance sheet method. Net assets value of shares is called intrinsic value of shares. The second method of valuation of shares is yield valuation method. Under yield valuation method, shares are valued on the basis of yield expressed either in terms of dividend or in terms of return on paid up share capital or in terms of earning on long-term capital employed. Investors holding only few equity shares says 100 to 1000 and they are for considerable short period of time are interested in the earning return in form of dividend on their investment in shares. Hence, from their point of view, the amount of next dividend which they may expected to receive in future, if shares are held by them or intended to hold by them, should be the basis for valuation of such shares. When the valuation of such shares is made on the basis of expected dividend, the method of valuation of shares is known as dividend yield method or market value method. It should be remembered that there are other yield methods also which are suitable for some other expectation of investors. Yield valuation method are basically influenced by three factors. First, dividend rate, total profit available to shareholder, and earning capacity of the company in long-term capital employed. Sometimes shares in bulk, large quantity are to be acquired by investors with the object to control the management of the target company. Such type of investors are concerned with the earning capacity on long-term fund of company. Hence, earning capacity method is treated as more appropriate for such investors. On the other hand, if shares are purchased in substantial quantity but the quantity is not large enough to controlling the affairs of the target company, then the basic object is to have substantial saying in the management of company. Hence, expected rate of return is equity shares capital method should be used. For calculating the value of share under yield method, the basis of valuation are as under. The first is expected dividend rate method and expected rate of return method and expected earning rate method.